fine. This one we are taking it nice and easy. Ata hakuna haraka. Tunaambiwa tuna wasani wengi. Anyway, I think Gen Z have had us on a chokehold with all the new fashion trends. Let's start I think end of last year, Earth Girl aesthetic came through. Watu wamevaa manguo za show. In fact, it became a running joke that apparently guys are going to get shaggy to steal their grandmother's clothes ndio wakuja Nairobi kukua Earth Girls. It became a whole thing. Watu wanakaa tu show huku lakini mnajiambia ni Earth Girl aesthetics. And it became a question of, is it the body that allows for you to wear this? Or is it like a little bit of body shaming came into the mix? No, you are too fat to wear that. You cannot be Earth Girl if you're this. It became like a whole thing. But let's not forget the originator of this trend, Elsa Majims. Elsa Majims aliamua mimi nitavaa kile nataka kuvaa. And honestly, it works for her. It looks good on her. But some of the new trends that are coming up with Gen Z, we're just like, Wagwan. The one that confused me, I've already told you, it was Earth Girl aesthetics because mimi nilikuwa niko. I'm just like, okay, maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's just the wave ilipita. But ukinipata na Y2K outfits, hauwezi amini. Hey, nikisema usimpero yako waza kwanza nimevaa hipster. Don't play with it. So I don't know, is it a fashion thing that is evolving over time? Because a lot of each new generation, millennials tulikuwa tunaangalia the people before us, boomers walikuwa naangalia the people before them, and so on and so forth. Gen Z are looking at what people used to wear back in the day during early millennial days. So I don't know, is there something about Gen Z fashion that you're just gonna like, okay, that's back, all right?
I feel like that's the thing. Everything comes back. It's all a circle. We're always going through this circle of fashion. Things that didn't make sense for us. What do you mean bell bottoms are back?
What do you mean?
What do you mean bell bottoms? I saw somebody try to bring back pedal pusher on TikTok. She was like, guys, I just thought that if I cut my pants here, and we were in the comment section saying, please,
pedal pusher,
do not do that ever again. Do you know celebrities were at the red carpets with pedal pushers? Pedal pushers and heels. Where is Rihanna?
Cutouts. What do you mean?
Where is Jennifer Aniston with pedal pusher and
to like those chunky belts? Yes.
Belts, pants, and then the belt, and then the layering. I don't know what happened to the layering, and I think layering is back. My brother stays with me from time to time, and when he's getting ready to go to school, he starts layering. Anaekelea hivi, anaekelea hivi, anaekelea ingine ni refu kuliko ingine, and I'm like, sir, where are you going? We are in Africa, we're in the equator, we do not experience winter. What's this? Alafu anagonga koti juu na scarf. Namwambia, my God, why? What was the reason? So I just feel like seeing things come back and seeing Gen Z try to do it like they invented it is kind of interesting to me. Even Elsa Majimbo, you could describe her look as vintage.
Yeah.
It gives a very vintage aesthetic.
90s,
so if you look back
90s,
at the 60s, the 70s, the 50s, alafu angalia fashion magazines, that's exactly what they were wearing.
Yep.
Stockings, underwear, coats. Fashion.
Yep. Slicked back hair, eyeliner inakaa hivi. See, we've seen recently, what's the name? Cardi B has started doing is it
the Doja
early?
Cat.
The Doja Cat I like it eyebrow. Uko like, wow, we are going thinner and thinner, aren't we?
Imerudi.
Kaline.
One line
kakipanda hivi juu. Sure. Don't play with it.
Make it fashionable again.
Kandonyo hapa. Kanaita kandonyo unaweka chui ka black.
Ndonyo is dimples.
What is the black mark? What's that called in
mark.
Kikuyu? I don't know. I'm no Kikuyu. Anyway, our points are, it's become so interesting. Remember the transition, I'll never forget, the transition from hipsters, aka bell bottoms, to skinny jeans. And the time skinny jeans were coming in, I'm just like, I could never wear pants like that. Give me 2 years, nilikuwa tu hapa kwenye skinny jeans. Kidogo hipsters are back. Now they're calling them flared bottoms. You're like, bro, what do you mean? I just accepted skinny jeans. And now you're telling me we have to go back to baggy clothes.
Yes.
And I think even now with guys wearing skinny jeans, you'll see other guys going like, bruh, are you in the alphabet group? What's happening? It gives that kind of energy. So I think one of the things that has really come back is baggy jeans and just baggy clothes. Crop tops zilikuwa zinaitwaje kitambo? Si ni tumbo cut. Guys, si tumbo cut ni crop top. Mbona tuna, you just slap a new name on it, it's a new trend. Moboif makeup. See, Moboif makeup is old school makeup, you know, 60s. Giving over there Marilyn Monroe. Anyway, one of the first things that is causing Gen Z, because the question is, why are Gen Z really adept to wearing particular clothes, baggy clothes, layering and all of that? The one thing that is very clear is gender fluidity is a big thing. We have gone from people being known as he, she, to they, them, to many other pronouns, which we absolutely respect. But because of this fluidity in genders, you're not necessarily having to be a stereotypical woman or dress in a stereotypical feminine way. You can still wear your very masculine energy outfit and you'll still be fine. But that gender fluidity of don't name me, don't put me in a box, that I can be feminine today, I can be a little masculine tomorrow, I can be in between the next day, has allowed for Gen Z to really explore when it comes to outfits. Nowadays you see guys with painted nails and it's okay. Long hair and it's okay. A little bit of makeup here and there and that's okay. It's just gender has become a very fluid thing. You don't necessarily have to represent yourself in one energy. It's how I'm feeling today that I'm gonna rock my clothes, how I feel today.
And another thing that has actually stood out for me is they're making thrifting cool again.
For sure.
You know, like thrifting is no longer associated with I'm on a budget. Wow, mimi nimesort out and nikaende Gikomba, let me do this. They've taken thrifting to a whole different level. And with that, it means even prices of thrifting have also gone up. And that's the only downside of how Gen Z are embracing thrifting. Yes, when you thrift, you get to get very vintage stuff. I've seen this girl on TikTok who goes thrifting and she gets designer stuff for cheap. And she's like, it is new. It's basically new. And I'm like, wow, I wish I had the energy. But you know, when we were thrifting, it would be, we go to Gikomba, tunakota 20 bob t-shirt ya for, you know, these days you get on a page, especially on social media, it's a thrift shop. It's second-hand clothes. Alafu anakugonga na bei ya mall. Anakuambia, it's 1,500 bob.
Yo?
No room for negotiation. No refunds available. And you're like, what? I feel that's the only downside of thrifting in the new age, is just how expensive they've made the whole thing.
Absolutely. Another thing that I've realized that is causing Gen Z to become very fashionably aware or fashionable in general is because we'd gotten to a point where we've, especially as millennials, we really had our primary colors in check. It was gray, black, blue, orange, yellow. Yani, the colors of the rainbow ndio unavaa yellow peke yake, like there's no, and everybody just became like cut and paste, you know. That's why things like gray aesthetics became a thing, beige aesthetics became a thing. It's because everyone saw one thing, they really liked it, and then everyone moved towards that one thing. However, that energy of I want to be creative, I don't want to look like everyone else, I want to have my own identity, I want to look different, I want to have my own personality that's not curated to this mass production version of the same, has really caused DIY creations to become a thing. Nowadays you will see something the same way you used to buy something thrifted, you wear it exactly how you bought it. Exactly how you bought it is how you, but now you see a lot of patchwork. You know, I want to take this out of this and put this onto it. I want to take my denim, these denim old jeans that I got, and make it a bag. I want to accessorize it in different ways. I want to do this and that and the other. There's a lot of mixing and matching and additions and subtractions and just making things curated to your own body work for you based on what you thrifted, what you bought. And I really like that energy of creativity because it will take away from everyone doing the same thing and all of us looking cut and pasted. It's like copy paste. I think is going to be a thing of the past. I feel like we're at now an age where creativity is now being embraced again, and people try and find new ways of making things work for them, which I completely applaud.
Yeah, and I just love how the style and the statements are just usually so bold.
Yeah.
Everything about them is bold. And I loved this creator on socials who even has a tutorial on how to create a wardrobe. Like, she tells you, these are the things you need. You know how you look at a wardrobe
and then
you see it looks like a Gikomba. It's like a mini toy market inside there. She's like, get rid of everything and then let's start with the basics. This is what you need. This is what you start with. And then you can pair this with this. And you end up having such a decluttered closet, but you're still making such fashionable trends. Unatoka nje, umengara, everyone is looking at you. You're like shining, babes. And I'm like, yes, this is what you need. But the thing I'm still not boarding is this mambo ya kuvaa like torn shirts, and then you say, I created it myself. Yes, there's bold, but then you guys are taking it too far. Can I call out Tumbili? Do you guys know Tumbili, the creator? Yeah. We've been seeing his new fashion sense. It's been very interesting. We saw him at Brian Chira's funeral with his all black and white and the stringies, and I'm like, what in the Mike Sonko is going on? Another one, Mike Sonko thing. You know how with boomers and millennials, like, you're not really offended if you wear off-brand. If I wear Adidas instead of Adidas, if I wear Nikes instead of Nike, I'm just not that into it. But I've noticed, like with Gen Z, they're very particular about what they wear. You ask them, what are you wearing? They're like, it's Ferragamo. Yes, and it's the only piece I have, but I'm building. Like, they're very particular about the closet and how they're building it and how it's quality products. It's very interesting to look at. They're no hoarders.
Yeah. And especially these new trends like the 333 method, which is basically having three pieces that you then wear differently. It could be a white t-shirt, black jeans, and you have 3 black jeans or 3 bottoms, 3 tops, and 3 jackets, and then you just patch them together and make a different capsule outfit every single time. You mix and match. You wear the top as a skirt, you wear the skirt as a top. You've seen this thing where jeans are actually being made into tops. There are very many cool trends, and I think the fact that when you see someone wearing something that is so bold, so beautiful, you're like, okay, what is that? Tell me a little bit about that. You find it becomes a statement, a conversational starter. You'll find people wearing t-shirts with very bold political statements. You find people wearing multicolored socks and layering them with other things. And you're like, are you part of the community? Are you not part of the community? So a lot of Gen Z are using their outfits as statements, political, social, climate, whatever it is. They use their clothes as a form of expression, and you will know where they stand based on what they wear. You know what I mean? So it's really, really cool to see that it's a form of a movement, that I don't have to tell you that I am this or that or the other, but what I wear, how I look, will definitely inform you. I don't need to tell you, you can see it yourself. And if you have questions, you ask me, and that becomes my chance to tell you my stance on a particular thing. I love it. It's very expressive.
And how influencers and celebrities are inspirations. This day, if Rihanna walks out wearing her denim on denim and everything, matching with A$AP Rocky, it becomes a trend. Now we have couples on TikTok doing pairings, and they're like, in our Rihanna era, in our A$AP Rocky era. It's just so interesting to see how guys are going out of their way to emulate their influencers, to emulate people they admire. I just want to one day walk out, alafu nipate watu unasema, today I'm dressing as Turife. I would be so happy. But it's such a thing right now. It's so trendy.
It really
like
is.
Recently, somebody did this makeup look, and I think it was
Uche.
Who?
Uche.
Uche, yes, the makeup tutorial and everything, and everybody was on it. It was a whole movement. That's Gen Z things. Millennials, as we look at it, try it in the confines of our room, hate on you privately, and then maybe post it and probably not credit you. But Gen Z just have this thing of, I saw it from you, that inspired me, I will try it out, and I will credit you for it. good people, these ones.
We love it. We love that energy. Another thing is we've seen a lot of cancellations of big brands, like especially now. A lot of Gen Z are part of the conversation of we're not wearing Shein anymore. Why? We saw what you did with those factories. We know what you're doing to factory workers. We know that you're employing cheap labor and, you know, being exorbitant with payments of people. Well, paying people as little as you possibly can, like the marginalization of people working in these factories. We've seen people talking about things like they're not going to buy a particular brand again. Why? Because it's become cheap, it's now fast fashion, they're not producing the same quality, and people being cancelled right, left, and center. Oh, you guys use animals for your products, we're not buying that anymore. Oh, you guys are, you know, extorting people for blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're not buying that. So these movements of sustainability and ethical fashion is becoming a big, 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 big thing. And I think that's why thrifting is becoming a major, major thing, because we are not damaging the environment anymore. We're just repurposing what is already there and then making it us. I love, that's the one thing that I'm 100% in for or down for when it comes to Gen Z and fashion. It's very sustainable. It has to be ethical. We're not going to buy your things. We will just stop, and that's it. We won't buy it anymore. Oh, you guys use blah blah blah, which has cancer in it. We're not using it. Oh, you guys have parabens and blah 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 in your things. We're not buying them. Oh, you're using real fur and killing animals. We're not doing that. It's really, really progressive.
And the thing I love, or just the takeaway from all of this, is they are bringing fashion back
Yes,
from
sir.
as far away from as long ago as you can go. The fact that during the Barbie movie there was this trend of wearing neon leggings, and it was even sold out at Lululemon. I'm like, what do you mean munava neon leggings? Don't you guys remember the way it used to hurt us, that polyester material? Do not wear neon. But you know, they
And
take
those two
it,
condom shoes.
exactly, they take it and they
ballet
make it
shoes.
their own.
No.
You run into somebody wearing pink, neon green and blue lipstick, and they're like, yes, and I look good in
And
it,
the white
and they're
toupee glasses.
comfortable about it. And I'm just like, you know what, yeah, you do look good. I would never try it, but good for you. And I feel like their form of expression when it comes to dressing is one of the way you're going to be able to identify whether this is a millennial or this is Gen Z, because it's very different. It is very, very different. Even our guests, when our musical guests come on the show, from the minute they walk in, I'm able to very quickly tell their age based off of what they're wearing. If Mandams came in baggy clothes, huge, you know, everything, just baggy clothes from head to toe, and sneakers, I'm just like, yeah, it's giving Gen Z. If you came up and you're, you know, prim and proper, you're looking, wow, you're looking 10 over 10 minus nothing. I'm just like, okay, look at you, it's your millennial self trying to shine, trying to look better than everyone else. So I just feel like they don't care, but at the same time they care. So it's very interesting the way they express themselves through clothes.
Yeah, it's very, very direct. We don't like you, we don't like you. It's just, if you're not it, you're not it, and they will be very clear about it. And they're not afraid to cancel you, get rid of you, or fully just destroy you fully. So make sure, as you are trying to help your children dress, allow for them to be expressive in the best ways that they can be. Because some of the outfits, well, we're like, okay, that's a bit much, but like allow your children to be in this mode of expression and creativity, because you don't know, you could be having a little Coco Chanel in the house and you don't know, and now you're stopping their reggae. Please let children be creative, let them do what they need to do to look the best that they can do, and don't be hating like me and the Earth Girl vibe. Don't